Hello, and welcome to the read of the October 2023 Love Exquisite Magazine. My name is Lynette, and I am reading the empowering word of the month for October, and that word is action. Action. And here we go. Action is the act of doing something towards achieving a specific goal. Action requires you to make strategic moves, not just any moves, but strategic moves that will get you closer to where you want to be. When you think about the action you want, when you think about the action, you want to ask yourself, will the action that I am going to take, will it move me closer toward the goal that I am trying to achieve? That is important. So keep in mind, however, that just because you take the steps to work towards achieving your goals, that doesn't mean that your goal will always be easily attainable. There'll be bumps and bruises and mistakes and trials and tribulations along the way, but you will learn from them. So sometimes we can think that we have the right action plan until we implement the plan and it doesn't initially produce the outcome that we'd hope for. So when this happens, it does not always mean give up on the plan. It means rethink the strategy. So that's important. So again, I'm going to repeat that. When this happens, meaning when your plans don't always go the way that you think they should, when your initial plans don't go the way that you think they should, and things are not happening as fast as you want them to, or how successful you want them to happen, it doesn't mean give up on the plan. It means rethink the strategy. So do the research on what works in similar situations. Think about what worked previously and how you can apply it to your current situation. Ask people who are in the field that is doing the things that you want to do and they are successful at doing it. Ask them how did they get to where they are, because you can utilize some of that knowledge to hopefully help you along the way as well. There's no one size fits all approach, so everything doesn't always work for everybody, but you'll at least have some tools that you can consider. So I went ahead, so I'm going to go back, so you might hear some of this stuff again, because again, these are unedited, so bear with me. So do the research on what works in similar situations and think about what worked previously and how you can apply it to your situation. Again, what works for some people does not work for everyone. There's no one size fits all approach to anything, and that's anything in life. There's no one way to do something. So you have to think strategically about your specific goal, your abilities, your limitations, your resources, and your mindset, and how much time you can seriously commit to achieving your goal, and who will support your efforts along the way, because support is important as well. Action requires you to physically, mentally, and spiritually put in the work. Don't just talk about your goals. Don't just collect the research on the how to's concerning what you're trying to achieve. So don't just think about the strategy. So don't just sit there and think about the strategy or write down the strategy or collect data on the how to's. And don't just write them down or talk about the plan or think about the plan. That's what I'm saying. Don't just do any of those things. Action requires you to implement the strategy. So after you have all that information that you gathered that you need to move forward, implement the plan. That's the only way that you'll know whether it's going to work or not, is by implementing it, taking action to implement it. You will find that you will learn new things along the way, and you might have to revise the original plan to reach your goals. But again, talk with someone who actually is doing the work successfully, that is aligned with where you are trying to go. So although oftentimes it is unfortunate that some people will withhold information and not share with you their knowledge, their roadmap, the obstacles that they had to face, or their resources, and they see you as competition, as you are trying to get ahead of them or whatever their situation might be or their thought process might be. So they withhold information, and they might say, "Oh, I'll share it with you. I'll give you that contact. I'll make sure that I tell you what I went through, or I'll show you the way." But then when you call them, they don't reach out. They don't answer the phone. When you email them, they don't respond, or you just never see them again, or you know what I'm saying, like they brush you off. So they withhold information, and it's a shame that some of us are not willing to help each other achieve success, or to try, like they might not help you unless it's a monetary value involved, like, oh, if you pay me X, Y, and Z, then I'll give you the information. Or they try to package it up real nice, and sell it to you. Well, I know, here's the roadmap to this, here's the roadmap to that, instead of saying, you know what, I already did the work here. You know what I mean? This is what works for me here. This is the knowledge. This is what you need to do in this area. This might work. This might not work. Instead of it, they'll package it and say, well, it's buy my book or buy my guidebook, or, come to my seminar or my workshop, or, whatever. They'll try to sell you the information, that you can easily get this information that's in there online for free, which is probably how they got the information. So nevertheless, whatever support or non-support that you get, do not let that deter you from achieving your goal. Don't let that take you off your mark, making you think that you can't achieve it, because you can. You just have to do it yourself. A lot of times you'll find that you have to do it alone. So having access to the internet, there's nothing that you cannot find on the internet or in books. Even you go to the library, when you're searching using the right key terms related to your goals, you'll actually find what you're looking for. So don't be afraid to take action. Move your ideas from thoughts to plans, and then to actions. So only you can stop you. That's important to know. I say that a lot in the other articles that I write. Only you can stop you. So take action. And if you're not successful the first time, you will have learned a lot along the way. This knowledge you can then take and apply when you try again. And you can also help someone else avoid the same pitfalls that you may have encountered before you finally get to achieving success. The key point is to take action. If you do nothing, then nothing will happen. That's a guarantee. But if you take action, something will eventually happen. Just make sure that you stay focused on the end goal and make the right moves to get you closer towards achieving your goals. And never worry about what other people are doing in their lives, or what they're going to say about you can't do this, or you can't do that, or that's impossible. If this is a goal that you want to attain, that's something that you got to work hard doing. So stop watching other people succeed, or question what they're going to do next, or I wonder what this person going to do next. What's this person's next move? Focus on you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Focus on you. And ask yourself, when are you going to stop talking about what other people are doing and start talking about what you're doing? When are you going to stop talking about your goals and take action? Because talk is cheap, baby. That's why they say that. Talk is cheap. You have to take action. That's the only way that you're going to achieve your goals. So you got to seriously ask yourself, what action am I taking that will help me? What action are you doing today? Ask yourself this in this present time. What am I doing today? What do I want to achieve? And are the moves that I'm making aligned with where I'm trying to go? If they are not, then you need to make different moves. Take action towards achieving your goals. The empowering word of the month for October 2023 is action. Take action. I clap. Mom, one day I'm going to get through it without clapping, but when I'm in my zone, I'm hyped about it, okay? Thank you for listening. Take action.